The announcements, the big story in Business Insider, that it is getting ready to unveil this TV-like package on the platform with longer form content, scripted, high quality shows, as well as some of the shorter content as well. The shorter content has already been on Facebook for a long time, but ramping up this overall TV experience it's trying to do. What do you make of that? How do you think Facebook is going about this when it comes to competition out there? We know Snap's trying to do the same thing in its own right, YouTube making a big announcement at its own new fronts, and then obviously Amazon as well.
You know, video is one of those really interesting aspects of content that has people really starting to think, is video content, is it an application, a product, or is it really just a feature of a larger product? And if you look at the way content has been pushed out there in the past, for many years, video was the entire product. You know, we consumed it through TV, we consumed it on our mobiles, but it was a product. Very rapidly, it's becoming a feature. We see that with Facebook, we see it with Twitter, we see it with Amazon, that is now starting to bring other content providers that could have been standalone in through their channels as well. So for Facebook, I think they need to be in this particular space. They need to figure it out, but they do have some challenges. Long-form original programming, that's difficult to monetize with advertising these days. That's typically something that you would expect people to subscribe to, and people do seem willing to pay for that high-end quality product up front, or at least on a monthly subscription basis. I think the shorter video, that's where they can really target advertising, but they don't yet have a channel strategy. It's not very easy to use the Facebook app to kind of flip through channels, and that's where I think their tab approach might be the right approach for them here.
Right, and we know that they've launched an Apple TV app so that if you do want to watch videos from Facebook, you can do it on a very big screen in your home if you'd like. I think my biggest question is, what are the shows going to look like? I mean, a lot of them sound, for Snapchat, for example, sound like they'll be spin-offs of existing things that are already on TV to try to bring some of those audiences onto the mobile, but creating something from scratch and trying to build an audience from scratch as a result seems like a very difficult thing that none of these companies are equipped for because they have started out as platforms and not as content creators.
That's a good point there, and the differences in approach are very notable. With Snap, they are taking existing content streams and they're putting sort of a Snapchat filter onto that content, tailoring it and developing it a bit to be a bit more tuned for their particular audience. Facebook, they've got a very different demographic, a much larger demographic, a much broader demographic. And for them, I think the approach of really targeting some of the big name stars, high-end production values, high-end writing, teams, that's probably the best approach for them there. But it is a challenge because everybody's trying to create that high-end content. And from what we see, Facebook really is going after that kind of a blended mix. A number of short, weekly episodic type events, and then larger, extended, what they call high quality, star production value, type of content. So they have the ability to pull that off. I'm not sure that Snap could do that at this particular point.
Fred, one thing that, thanks for watching Cheddar on YouTube. If you want to see more of our videos, click on one of these over here and be sure to subscribe to our channel right down here.